designed it. A surgeon has designed this, and in fact he has stopped surgery. He is not doing surgery, he is into full-time business of this. GlideScope was the first to design. What he thought that, okay, we are not able to see there up there, so he designed an angle blade. Then we realized that not every time we need angle blade. Not every time this steep angle is needed. So then Macintosh type of blade were also designed that, okay, conventional routine patients, for teaching purpose, these blades were not proper. For students, for the residents, for the postgraduates, they need to first learn laryngoscopy. So Macintosh type of blades were also designed. While this was designed, we realized that there are a lot of difficulty which will come, which will understand what are the intricacies of doing intubation with this type of blade. So we said, okay, we can remove one step. So then channel blade was designed, where there is a dedicated channel is there to pass the tube. So we don't have to use stellate, we are not worried, we'll see what are the problems with that. And then stellate was, this would always come as an extension. A stellate, you put a camera at the end of stellate, so that you can easily see the laryngeal opening. So video stellates are also now considered part of a video laryngoscope family. There are so many devices. Probably you may have seen this video, or probably few of you have this laryngoscope also. Have you seen this type of a video laryngoscope? This from my friend, a boroscope connected to a simple, some tongue spatula or something like that. So there are many types of scopes which are available. So how do you understand this device? How to optimize your intubation with this particular devices? To understand that, we'll go to this theory and the understanding which is given by Dr. Keith Greenland. What he says, it depends on three points. The first point, what is your angle of blade? If you look at the angle of blade, C-TEC was the earlier part of a video laryngoscope primarily. Have you seen C-TEC? Probably few of you may have C-TEC. It's a intubating LMA with a camera on tip. Now they are not manufacturing it. Earlier it was there. If you see airway scope, a channel video laryngoscope, angle almost I would say 90 degree. If you see GlideScope, it is angling up. If you see CMAC-D blade, it is angling up. The angle of blades and the vision is very well explained by Dr. Richard Levitan in this article, Complexities of Tracheal Intubation. So what he says that if you see the angles, what he had done, he had put various blades of a video laryngoscopes and laryngoscopes against a protractor and see in which direction these blades are pointing at. Our conventional blades are, direct laryngoscopy blades are pointing at 280, Miller blade will point at 270, channel blades are pointing straight, and angle blade were pointing around 300, 290, 300. So this angle of blade is very, very important for the putting the positioning. So when you have angle blade, probably your force requirement is less. The second understanding, things which you need to understand for the video laryngoscopy is where camera is situated and in which direction it is looking. So in which direction your camera is looking. Now if you see McGrath camera, it is looking up, it is looking like this. If you see AirTrack, which is a family of a channel video laryngoscope, all channel video laryngoscope will probably look straight. So it is looking straight. Camera positioning. Now if you see this Greenland theory, this is a primary curve, this is a secondary curve meeting in front of a glottic opening. If your camera is very near to the meeting point, you have a good view. If it is slightly even nearer than that, you will have a good view of vocal cords, but you will not have